Inside your body right now, trillions of cells are running a program. They decide which genes to turn on, how much energy to produce, whether to repair damage or ignore it. For most of history, we thought this program was fixed. But today, scientists are discovering something else. The way your cells behave is not permanent. It can be reprogrammed. Welcome to BioVitaLab, where we explore the real science of longevity. Before we go deeper, one important note. This video is for educational purposes only. We're talking about the biology and concepts behind cellular reprogramming, not giving medical advice and not telling you to try any experimental therapies. Always talk to a qualified professional before making decisions about treatments or interventions. In the last 2 decades, scientists have learned how to take an old cell and reset it, not in a metaphorical way, literally turning it back into a younger, more flexible state. They've done it in the lab, they've done it in animals, and they're now exploring how it might someday work in humans. But here's the part that almost no one talks about. Your everyday life, your light, your food, your stress, your sleep, is already sending reprogramming signals to your cells. The question is, are you programming them for longevity or for fast aging? What reprogramming really means. When people hear reprogramming, they often think of science fiction, changing DNA, editing genes, rewriting who you are. But that's not what we're talking about here. Your DNA, the sequence of A, T, C, and G letters, is like the hardware of a computer. For the most part, it stays the same. What actually changes over your lifetime is the software, the way your cells read that DNA. This software is called epigenetics, chemical tags and structural changes that control which genes are switched on and which are kept silent. When you're young, this software is clean and well organized. Cells know exactly what to do and when. As you age, through stress, poor sleep, bad diet, toxins, and simple wear and tear, that epigenetic software becomes noisy and corrupted. Some genes that should be quiet turn on, others that should be active shut down. Reprogramming is about cleaning up that noise and restoring a more youthful pattern of gene expression, the discovery Yamanaka factors. In 2006, Japanese scientist Shinya Yamanaka made a discovery that changed biology forever. He found that just 4 specific genes, now called the Yamanaka factors, could take an adult cell, like a skin cell, and rewind it all the way back to an embryonic-like state. These cells, called induced pluripotent stem cells, can become almost any type of cell in the body. This was full reprogramming, a complete reset of the cellular clock. The problem? If you fully reprogram a cell inside a living organism, it forgets its identity. You don't want your heart cells or brain cells to suddenly stop being heart or brain cells. The next big step came when scientists realized that you don't have to reprogram all the way back. You can partially reprogram cells, just enough to restore youthful patterns without erasing their identity. In mice, this type of partial reprogramming has rejuvenated tissues, repaired damage, and extended healthy lifespan. We're still a long way from doing this safely in humans, but the principle is clear. Cellular behavior is not fixed. It can be changed. Your cells are always listening. Here's the part that matters for you, right now. Even without advanced gene therapies, your cells are constantly receiving instructions. Your environment, your habits, your internal state, they all act like lines of code. Signals like nutrients, what and when you eat, energy demand, how much you move, stress hormones, your mental load, light and darkness, your circadian rhythm, temperature, heat and cold. These signals change which genes are active, how your mitochondria function, and how your cells repair themselves. Think about it this way. A life of constant light at night, processed food, chronic stress, and no movement is basically a daily reprogramming script for faster aging. A life with stable rhythms, real food, physical challenge, recovery, and deep sleep is a script for resilience, repair, and longevity. You are not just living in a body, you are training it every day to age in a certain direction. Metabolic reprogramming, feeding your cells the right signals. One of the most powerful ways you reprogram your cells is through metabolism, how you process food and energy. When you constantly spike blood sugar with ultra-processed foods and frequent snacking, your cells swim in a bath of high insulin, high glucose, and chronic low-grade inflammation. Over time, this pattern changes gene expression, damages mitochondria, and speeds up the epigenetic aging clock. On the other hand, a pattern of stable blood sugar, nutrient-dense whole foods, in periods where insulin is low, like overnight fasting or reasonable meal spacing, sends a very different message. Cells switch from storage mode to maintenance and repair mode. Pathways like AMPK and sirtuins are activated. The same longevity pathways triggered by calorie restriction and exercise. You don't need to starve yourself. You just need a clearer rhythm. Eat mostly real, unprocessed food. Leave gaps between meals. Avoid making late-night heavy eating a habit. Over months and years, this helps reprogram your cells toward better metabolic flexibility, less inflammation, and slower aging. Mechanical reprogramming, movement and load. Your cells also listen to mechanical signals, the forces and loads you put on your body. Muscle cells, bone cells, even brain cells respond to how you move. When you do resistance training, you create microstress in muscle fibers and bone. In response, your cells upregulate genes related to repair, growth, and mitochondrial function. You are telling your body, this organism still needs strength. Your biology responds by preserving it. When you never challenge your muscles and spend most of your day sitting, your body gets a different message. Strength is no longer needed. This system can downsize. Over the years, that translates into sarcopenia, loss of muscle mass, weaker bones, slower metabolism, and higher risk of age-related decline. Just 2 to 3 sessions a week of strength or resistance training can completely change the signals your cells receive about what to maintain. You're not just working out, you're literally reprogramming how your tissues prioritize energy and repair. If you enjoy understanding your body at this deeper, cellular level, consider subscribing to BioVitaLab. We explore the real science behind longevity, performance, and health without the noise. Nervous system reprogramming, stress and safety. Another powerful layer of reprogramming comes from your nervous system. Your cells are constantly checking in. Are we safe or under threat? Chronic stress, from work, finances, relationships, constant notifications, keeps your body in a low-grade fight-or-flight state. Stress hormones like cortisol and adrenaline are incredibly useful in the short term, but corrosive when they never switch off. Long-term chronic stress is linked to shorter telomeres, more inflammation, impaired immune function, higher risk of metabolic and cardiovascular disease. In epigenetic studies, people with high stress exposure often show accelerated biological aging. On the other side, practices that increase feelings of safety and calm, like deep breathing, meditation, time in nature, strong social connection, send a different message. It is safe to repair. It is safe to digest. It is safe to sleep deeply. Your nervous system acts like a global volume knob on all your other longevity processes. Learning to regularly shift from fight or flight to rest and repair is one of the most powerful forms of real-world reprogramming. Light, sleep, and the daily reset. We can't talk about reprogramming without talking about light and sleep. Light is one of the strongest signals your cells use to tell time. Morning light hitting your eyes tells your brain and body, daytime, build, be active. Darkness and dim evening light tell your cells, nighttime, repair, clean up. If you constantly blast your eyes with bright, blue-rich light late at night, scrolling in bed, you are essentially telling your system, it's still daytime. Don't fully shut down. Deep sleep, the stage where a lot of cellular repair and memory processing happens, suffers. Over the long term, poor sleep is linked to faster epigenetic aging, more inflammation, and higher disease risk. When you align your light exposure and sleep routine with your biological clock, morning daylight, darker evenings, consistent sleep times, you're giving your cells a clear daily reset signal. You're saying, here is night, here is day, here is when we work, here is when we repair. That clarity is a form of reprogramming. The future, advanced reprogramming, and your role now. Looking ahead, there will likely be therapies that directly reprogram cells, using carefully controlled pulses of reprogramming factors, small molecules, and other tools to restore tissue function and slow aging. But we're not there yet for safe, widespread human use. What you do have right now is the ability to shape the instructions your cells receive every single day. Think of your lifestyle not as good or bad, but as a signal language. Food is a signal, movement is a signal, light is a signal, stress and calm are signals, sleep is a signal. Together, they form the code your body reads to decide. Are we in a world where it's worth investing in longevity? Or is this a world where we should burn fast and protect short-term survival only? At BioVitaLab, we believe longevity isn't about hacking your way out of biology. It's about finally understanding what your biology has been trying to tell you all along. You can't control every variable, but you can control the signals you send your cells. And over time, those signals become your biology. Not overnight, not with a single protocol, but breath by breath, choice by choice, day by day. You are already reprogramming your cells for something. The real question is, for what?